Hey everyone, it's time for more Let's Play Donkey Kong 3. I am Mega400, and in this episode we will start with Krevice Kreepers. This is the return of Clasp, the dynamite barrel guy who, he grabs onto ropes, and you have to go upwards and downwards with this guy in your way. This level can be somewhat difficult. It's also the first level that has Rock Face Rumble, which I don't know. Again, it's like there's a lot of songs in the Donkey Kong Country series, like the one from Donkey Kong Country 2, the oh, it has a name, but the Mine Shaft one, that one, and the Honeybee theme from Donkey Kong Country 2 as well. They start off very, just almost not so much this one, but to an extent this one. They start off very kind of not really ambient in terms of noise, but there's the like the Honeybee Hive one is very, slow starting. It's just a very almost kind of ambient, but not really ambient noise. The Mine Shaft has like, that whole thing, and then this one has, a lot of the drum beat stuff. And then it gets to like a little chorus, and actually the chorus in this one is, I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's very similar to the one in, if anything, it's very similar. I think it's the same though, from the Mine Shaft actually. But yeah, it's like these songs. It's like I didn't like the Mine Shaft for a while, that song, because it was very slow and it just had a lot of ambient noise. But it grows on me because it's got a really nice chorus line. And, it's all building up for a really epic, piece of music. So anyway, yeah, this level is it's enjoyable. I died. But no, it's an enjoyable level. Again, it can be kind of frustrating. There are much worse cliff levels than this one, though. Again, usually the first type of level usually isn't that hard. Now the coin for this level, I'm sure there's another way you can do this, but the easiest way is not using Kiddy, but use Dixie, as you'll see here, and then grab the barrel and position yourself so you're as far to the left as possible before he flips around, and then throw up the barrel, which will take a few attempts, but that's basically how you do that if you want to do it easily. But yeah, so I've been thinking, I was thinking back to, I used to be a big renter of games. I was just, thinking back to, some of the past days, when, back in the past, or my past, and I used to rent games a lot. Like, almost half my N64 library I have now was all rented games I just rent and never bought. And, something that amazes me, or not really amazes me, but I guess, I never did this, but, the people who, it kind of goes on renting. Renting, I'm kind of against renting now, because again, if you ever want to play the game again, you can't. But something that really amazes me are the people who buy a game, spend $50 on the game, and then, no matter what game it is, usually just they'll sell it back. And there are people who do this a lot, and it's one thing again to rent. I'm not personally not a big fan of renting, but because of past experiences, because there's a lot of games I couldn't play for a while because I didn't have them, and I had to go out and look for them again during my classic game spree, or buying spree of classic games. But I can understand renting to an extent because you don't have the money, you just want to try out the game, and you can always buy it later if you ever get the craving to. But there are people who actually buy a game, and then after they're done with it, they sell it. And that sounds crazy, especially with renting. But there are people who, and it's not even there's people I know in college and stuff who they bought Galaxy, they beat everything in Galaxy, and they sold it. They didn't just even rent it; they bought the game and then sold it. And again, it really does sound stupid, but I've seen people do it. I've heard people. Now, a lot of times, some people will buy the game and they'll try it out and they won't like it, and then they'll sell it. And yeah, that I still don't agree with that personally. I'm really against trading in games. It's great for the people who want to find games for good deals, but sometimes it's not. But it really. Again, it's another thing I've experienced. I've sold games, and then I don't like selling games now, or games that there's some games that I'm 100% sure I'll never play, but nowadays I tend to not sell any games because of, you know, again, I've sold games and then I was like, why did I sell this? That was stupid. Especially since there's some, I mean, if you could, a lot of times, like, you can't even get much money for them. If you're not going to get much money, then what's the point of selling them? Again, if you're not going to, you know, the other logic is, oh, well, if you're not going to play them, what's the point of keeping it? Well, no, but, you know, it's not like you're losing money on it or anything. So this level is Tearaway Toboggan. Again, it's kind of like the demolition drain pipe, except for it's not in a drain pipe and it's in a snow level. Basically going high speed, and you gotta, you know, just not die. Which I'm not really great at this. I did really good in demolition drain pipe, amazingly, but not doing as well here as I used to, or I was doing in the other level. It's not bad though. It's not too bad. And again, you won't find a coin anywhere in this level until the end. But yeah, and maybe there's not as many people as I'm thinking of. Maybe there's only like one person who does that. But I know there are people who actually buy a game and then I don't know why they wouldn't just rent it. Maybe they want to own the game for a while. I don't know. And I can understand, you know, people who again buy a game, they think they might enjoy it, and then decide to sell it. But even that, again, I don't know. I personally, I don't agree with that. Again, because you might regret the decision. I mean, like for example, I bought Metroid Prime 3 and I bought Resident Evil, and I traded those in to get Animal Crossing, which I haven't been playing that much either, or Animal Crossing City Folk, but I haven't played that much either. But those two games, again, they were shooters. I tried playing them, I didn't enjoy them, and they were, you know, those I could justify because I still don't have any desire to play them. You know, regrets I've made in the past, though, I sold, like, this game, which was really horrible because I got, like, no money off of it, but I sold this game, you know, when you could still sell SNES games at GameStop, and that was a mistake. Again, the Virtual Console was you know, really good thing, plus I got a lot of, you know, I have the second game of this, and the original SNES cartridge. I tried to find as many as I could, but again, I'm someone who's kind of against trading in, not entirely, but, you know, I'm not a big fan of it because of, you know, again, I've sold games that I had to go without for quite a while because it's like, I kind of want to play this again. I have the urge to play this game again and experience it, and I can't because I sold it. And so, yeah, I have a whole thing of, I don't like to do things that I don't 100% am sure of. I always want to make sure I'm 100% sure. Anyway, this level is Barrel Drop Bounce. It's a waterfall level again, but this one has barrels. That's the thing of this level. It could be annoying, but it's not too bad. And as you saw, the coin wasn't that... It kind of creative, but again, it wasn't that hard to get. And actually, fun fact, this is the first level of the game in which I am playing it with the Classic Controller Pro as opposed to the regular Classic Controller. If you don't know, if you haven't seen it or haven't used it yet, the Classic Controller the Classic Controller Pro has handles on the side. The control sticks are a little farther apart, which could be a little bit hard with the buttons, but them being close together was also kind of a nuisance too. The Z buttons are like, you know, there's two shoulder buttons as opposed to the Z's being like in the middle of the controller like they were in the original Classic Controller. And the biggest thing that I like is the fact that the wire comes out the back instead of the front, which, again, it's kind of a stupid thing, but like I really, you know, it's just when you had to go, it's almost like a comfort thing, but also it's kind of nice to have it. I mean, you're used to it always coming out the back. When it comes out the front, it's like, well, why is it doing this? But I got the black one because they didn't have the white one when I went to buy it. But you know, I wish I would have got a black Wii. The black Wii's look really sleek, and the black Classic Controller looks really sleek too. I wouldn't mind I mean, the deals that the fact that you can now get a black Wii for $19.99 or $199, $100.99 or $199, yeah. Plus Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, plus a Wii Motion Plus and the Wiimote and the Nunchuck, and I don't think Classic Controller, just yeah, those. You can get all that. And that's like way better than what you could get originally. Like, that's a really good deal personally. It's 2 games. One of them is originally included, but one of them was sold for $50, and you know, a full Wiimote set basically. Which again, you had the people saying, "Oh well, they should have just included that in the beginning." Well, yeah, but you know, they didn't. It's still, again, it's still a really good deal, to be honest, and really kind of, you know, not really pisses me off because it's not like they just did it like right after the Wii was released. It's been about almost 4 years. I can't remember. But yeah. So yeah, this level also has parry in it. Again, don't kill parry because if you get to the end, you'll usually get you know, some prizes in it. And parry is also useful to getting some of the bonus barrels. I don't think any of the coins actually. I don't think you. Well, at least in my remembers. I don't know if you use her to get, or him to use, I don't know, him or her, to get any of the coin barrels. But there are bonus barrels you will need parry for, because parry will actually turn into a bonus barrel. But that's about all the time I have, actually. So this has been Mega 100, reminding you, I am the walrus.